How's it going, Robbie? Washed it out with soap. Just like my mother always used to do. Yeah, I think I only had it done once to be fair, but it was horrible when it was done. You tend to learn after the first time, don't you? Yeah, it's nice to see that pain transfer there. Time Rift does 20% of weapon damage now, as opposed to 10%, so we'll see if that does help, but I think it uses the anomaly because we're using the twisted rounds. Well done, Robbie, let me get that turned on. There we go, the queue's open now. Just gonna jump into, let's see what we got actually. Jump into a chem plant and see how it goes.
Detecting massive energy spikes in insurgent territory near the old chemical
Yeah,
plant.
first run. Seems a bit jumpy. We'll see how it goes. Doesn't feel smooth on my end at the minute. it's about an average minute there for me to get to there. Doesn't seem too much has changed for me at the minute. Look at it. Oh dear, oh dear. You're right, Shami. Now I know you're not in the queue because you're in another game, but I appreciate you doing the join. Nah, don't worry, Shami's not going to be in the queue. I know he hasn't got the game. It's Desire, Bronzebeard, big as life, twice as ugly. Just stopped by for a quick how are you? Nice to see you still going strong. Yeah, how's it going, Bronze? We say going strong. Songs of Rose is abandoned tonight to go and see his mother for her birthday, apparently. I mean, what kind of a person does that? Oh, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Ah, I'm dead. Okay.
Insurgents could get the best of an Outrider. Guess I was wrong.
I mean, you had the game for all of what, like 5 minutes? I'm not sure if you actually even played it. Alright, Robbie, do you wanna jump in? Yeah, cheers, cheers Pixel Will. I say we. Songs isn't here at the minute, but he should be back at some point, maybe. So I'm holding down the fort until he gets here. Happy birthday to Mrs. Colette Connell. Yeah, if you want to hop in, Robbie, with that code, we can do a few runs and I'll get who's next on the list other than Shami, because we don't let Shami play with us. Go on, Shami. Load the game up and I'll get you in. How's it going, Red Demon? You're going to be on Xbox, aren't you? I don't think the update's out for the Xbox just yet. If that's the case. Which is quite annoying. Are you on Xbox then, Robbie, or PC or PlayStation? Yeah, I did see this morning the Xbox update might be delayed just purely on the fact that they have to push it through. Xbox themselves have to approve it. So if they don't approve it, it can't go through. Usually what they'll do is when they update a game, they'll wait until it's been approved by PlayStation, Xbox, and whatever. I think PC, they don't need to really go through anyone. They just need to allow whichever platform it's on, so Steam or Epic or EA, etc. They just need to give them the files to upload. So I think a lot of people might have this problem tonight. It's an interesting problem to have, I guess. Everything's going okay so far anyway. We've done one run, got halfway through and died, so always good to know. Always good to happen. Oh god, nothing's going right tonight. Okay, that was definitely a slow start. How's it going, Sauerbron? I think I said that right. I hope I said that right, should I say. No, I'm not sure if we're fighting for gold this time. I think I've been a bit too slow.
What the hell is that noise?
Hopefully they update the Xbox version in the next hour, maybe. Who knows? I'm just making things up here, but I'm sure they'll get it done.
There's a pod.
Yeah, it definitely seems slower than normal. Oh my god.
What are you doing? You can't even handle this for me?
That was terrible. Let's see if we can get like a... There we go, Coliseum.
Matter that calls for your skills, Outrider. Our scouts have spotted a group of pharaohs gathering in the Colosseum, deep inside the back city.
In fact, it's going to be a little bit less hectic. Just get a feel for the game again. Oh no, what have I done? Ah, that's reload. Great. Bad start already. How's it going, Tempest? Have you managed to get your game updated? How's it going, Iceman? So if people have got their game updated, so if you're on Xbox, you probably won't have it updated. If you do have it updated, if you want to just stick your name in, so !join, we can get you in, do a few runs together. Oh, God's sake. Why is everything killing me tonight? Just why? Nope, terrible on my end. Keep dying. Let's try this again. I think I've just been very, very unlucky. That or I've accidentally equipped something wrong. No update for you. That's the problem with different releases, I guess. You can't guarantee Xbox will approve it. You can't guarantee PlayStation will approve it, or anything really. So you gotta hope. Yeah, it is a bit of a consolism, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's out of the devs' control with that. It's all about the platform as an individual. And the only thing I would say is they could have got the update completed earlier and pushed it out to the consoles for them to approve it earlier, maybe. But at the same time, you want them to get it done properly. So like the PC Master Race. But every console has its advantages and disadvantages, as with PCs. I mean, every PC is different as well. So you can't guarantee this will run on every PC. You can't guarantee that you'll get the updates at the same time on all the consoles. Oh, there we go. I'll pop a link into Discord in a sec as well, so if anyone wants to jump in, you've got to say, Pixel, happy to help. We're always happy to help as well, so there's the link for you. Should appear in a moment.
This must be the Colosseum.
Cheers for the sub there, Ms. Duchess. Much appreciated. Hop into the Discord if you like, and we can chat there. We can help you with any builds that you want. You can help us with any builds as well. Oh, bugger. Good thing is this Death Shield still slaps, even when it's not got the twisted rounds on. Ah, did that again. Caught that one there. You'd think they'd have some sort of warning in the game when you're, you know, low on ammo. Not like they have 2 things on there already or anything, but... Take out this, this crawler if we can. Oh, I hate those crawlers.
Who the hell are you? The Pharaoh's done the cause. Now they think I'm falling through a painfully obvious trap. What a bunch of clowns. Creatures. That feral maniac capture them for sport? So what have we all been up to today anyway? Anything interesting? Anyone got any stories to tell? That maniac isn't too happy about it. Why? And another one instead of ammo bargain. I just like the way this one plays out, to be honest. So I'm open to trying other things as well. There's I can't remember what it's called now.
There's another skill that also gives the ammo quite reliably back. From being honest, I'm quite happy with teleporting behind enemies, getting the ammo back nice and quick. But I'll have a look through what I got in a moment. We'll see what changes they make. I don't mind swapping out some armor.
Finally shut up now. The pod is ours.
Yeah, there is no matter which builds have you actually watched? Which ones are you're most interested in?
Outrider detected. Access granted.
Yeah, so with this build, you get the extra damage from being behind, you get your ammo back, and then I believe it's 35 extra, 35% extra damage just by using Hunt the Prey as well. So I believe it's this node here. This one has an extra 35% just by teleporting, and you get the 20... Oh, where is it now? 20% from behind there, and then you get another 20 there as well. Now, which techno have you gone for? Have you gone for Anomaly Techno, or have you gone for the Insta-Gib, the Cold Snap one? The I can't remember what we called that one now. I know which one you mean, but I can't remember what it's called. Oh yeah, so it is ammo bargain. I do quite like ammo bargain. You know what? Let's give it a go. I do quite like the and another one, just purely in the fact that it'll give you your ammo back. Sorry, it won't use your ammo up, so you can shoot the same thing 15 times. You still got 15 bullets. Yeah, I think with Techno, the firepower build's the way to go. Until maybe today, it's worth giving the Scrapnel build a chance now, because you do get, was it 20% less cooldown, I believe it was? Or might have been about 5 seconds less cooldown. So that's always useful. I'm yet to get my Devastator up. That's the only one I've not got up yet. So I've got a Trickster 30, or 50 should I say. Pyro 50, and I've got the Techno 50 as well. Yeah, I think the dev does look quite fun. I did want to... I think it was actually my second character that I made was a dev. Got it to about level 8 and then decided to switch out, I think, at the time for the Trickster. Just the Trickster looks so much fun. Just teleporting around. I'd love to get a nice anomaly build going for the Trickster as well.
That noise.
Yeah, I think the Techno...
It's like
I don't think the Techno has amazing survivability in terms of its defense, but
there's a pod.
it can kill quick enough that it will survive most of the time. That was a mistake, I left the guy over there. How's the game popped up? Oh. Not sure where I was firing that. That was terrible. There we go. Yeah, no, where's live uncommon? I can't remember. Live uncommon, live uncommon, one of the two. Went from 44 to 46 in one run, so you can buy the 45 gear. Yeah, it's no worries. I say that's what we're here for, to help, to be honest. I
Cullen,
mean, we're
leader's taken care of.
probably do some more runs later. We're just having,
Where'd these bandits
especially for an Xbox, we're having troubles with that.
Defected to our side months ago.
Ooh, okay. Now that is very tasty. So they've done part of the update this week. Was there anything that's on your character does not get re-rolled? So I'm guessing that's what's happened here. It hasn't re-rolled my death shield. And I've got a nice death shield there. That is nice. I've got extra time, let's just delete that. Nothing I want there. Yeah, Techno is... well... Techno is mostly long range. I think you can get away with close range if you use the anomaly build. So if you go for a chill build. Because with that, you just get nice up and close and throw your shrapnel grenades. And you can either do it with the rocket launcher or the minigun and deal some good damage with that as well. And then whatever your third choice of skill is, so you can either use the I can't remember what it's called now, it's that cannon thing, or I still use the turret, the blighted turret as well. Where's that death shield gone then? 94.8. So 12k. It's gone up by 700 damage. Thereabouts. 722 damage. So we'll just edit that a little bit. We want that one. So we're going Fortress and Dark Sacrifice on this. So we're making sure we get the most damage out of it as we possibly can. I think the Techno's quite difficult. Quite difficult with console, just because I think you do have to hit those crit spots. So if you're playing on console, then it's going to be a little bit more difficult unless you are part of the FaZe clan. So you are more better off with something like a Pyro, where you can use Moaning Winds and anomaly build skills, or Devastator, where again it's mostly skill based, getting up close. Possibly even Trickster, because you can teleport behind people and you're practically aiming straight at them from the get-go. So Techno probably is one of the most difficult ones to use on console, but probably easiest on PC, if I'm being honest. $2 mil plus on the reloads and Moaning Winds is pretty good, to be fair. You can get, like say Robbie's put, it's got 8 mil. Sorry, 11 mil. Don't know where I got 8 from there. 11 mil, that's going to be with all the debuffs and whatnot. So getting vulnerability on them, getting the heat wave minus 20 or 25% increased damage with that. Possibly even the thermal bomb, where you get 40% extra, and I think they do stack as well. So that is nice to get a nice high 11 mil. So I think I've got something close, maybe 15 mil. I think I may have got one day. Trying to get Amber Volt for the Techno. What is the Amber Volt? Is that not the double gun? So Amber Volt is that one there, isn't it? I do quite like the killing spree on there. It's pretty decent, I think. Amber Volt, as well as I think it's faster as the longer you fire, I believe. So that is a nice one to use, to be fair. Just going through the chat still. Is this the only build you're running tonight? I mean, I could try out the Techno with the Borealis armor. Give that a go. See if we can get some good damage on that. Need better stats on my armor to hit numbers like that. Yeah, it comes with time, Iceman. So just keep going, really. You'll get the stuff you need. Nomad plays on PS4. Yeah, so you're going to be difficult to get those crit shots, really. Much easier with mouse and keyboard. Have you felt an improvement with Hunt the Prey in the last few runs? Don't know. I've actually it's felt a little bit more difficult, if I'm being honest. I don't know if that's just me. Haven't played the game actually in a couple of days, so it's just getting used to playing through it again. But felt a little bit more difficult. So this is no different build to the one that I used in the video that we did last week. There is the Borealis, the ice mods. Yeah, if you're in Borealis, you want ice mods if you can. So shall we jump onto the Techno? I think I've got a full set of Borealis. We can give that a go. So I think we're running the Anomaly Techno at the moment. Oh, actually, I just remember what you was on about. Actually, sorry, Fire. Hunt the Prey, yeah, because it was... You could aim down sight and you wouldn't be looking at the enemy. I've not noticed that happen, actually, in the last few runs. But definitely was happening on Monday, so I think there has been an improvement, to be fair. No, that's not what I want. So I think there has been improvement on there, to be fair. Oh. I might not have a 3 set of Borealis. I mean, I'd do with the gloves, but not the helmet. So it's not great. Yeah, I do wonder if maybe they have done the buffs just so the guys with the lower levels do feel it a lot more than the guys at the top, just to try and push them up to the top if they can. I haven't changed my helmet, have I? Great, let's stick with that. We need to go for the gloves, don't we, for the Borealis. Which is not what I want to go with, really. I just need to reset the tree as well. Wait. I don't know why I did that. Alright, so we're going to try a Colosseum then. Not using the right armor really, it's using the Borealis set, but I'd much rather have the helmet than the gloves. Oh, cheers for the sub there, James Hooper. Just pop in the chat, the Discord, so if anyone's not on the Discord, if you want to jump in, join the Discord, and then you can chat to the community. We're all helpful. You might have things you can tell us to do better, so we can follow those orders from you. Oh, I think I've made a mistake here. Pretty sure my ammo replenishment is on the gloves. So I've definitely made a mistake there. But as you can see, it's definitely a big improvement on the damage there, so if we wait for the cold snap to come back. So shoot that, 100k, 150, 600, yeah. It's definitely doing the damage that you want it to with the Borealis set now. And that's without blighted rounds turned on. It's just unfortunate. I'm pretty sure the gloves are what give me my ammo back. Yeah, toxic lead. Yeah, I think we'll start doing some runs now. So I think we've got a couple of people who are in the queue already. So once I finish this one, we'll start doing them. Or once I die. There we go. That'll do. I'm gonna jump back onto the Trickster, and then we'll get some runs going. Fatality indeed. Obviously that was just a thrown together class really, not the best. As I'm quite enjoying the Trickster at the moment. You've obviously got the Pyromancer as well with the quicker Ash now as well. Got a level 14 Devastator as well. Not very much in terms of armour. Let's jump in. Seismic Borealis freeze build. Alright, we've got a Boomtown, so let's see who's in the queue. Akuma, he's still here? Akuma, if you're here, do you want to jump in with me? Not sure if Akuma's still here or not. So I don't think Akuma's here, so we'll go next then, which is... I believe it's Pop-Tart. Yeah, are you still here, Pop-Tart? Ah, I should have broadcast turned on. Let me double check. I could just turn the gain down a bit as well. So hopefully this is better for you as well. Pop Tarts, if you wanna join, that's the code. Let me check in video broadcast. Right, so it is turned on, but I have just turned the gain down and included the room echo removal. So whether that helps, I'm not sure. Now we're using a Elgato Wave 3. I did look at the Blue Yeti, but I never thought it was quite worth the price. Yeah, I think I had the gain on a bit higher earlier, just because I had the microphone away from me. So I use it for work as well, so when I'm in a team meeting, don't have it in front of my face like I do when I'm streaming. Alright, so what are you after, Pop-Tart, anyway? You're looking to do a CT15, CT14? Anything below? So I'm looking also to swap out my fans for an AIO in the next probably month or two. So that will reduce the noise on my computer as well, to be fair. Maybe even go full water cooled at some point. I've never done a 15. Let's get you through a 15 then.
I caught sight of a strange rock formation in the desert that
Let's see how well this goes then. So this is always the hardest part in Stargrade, is the first bit.
Looks like the Pharaohs built a camp in the impact crater.
So far, so good. Always take out those hunters nice and quick as well, because they're the most annoying part. Yeah, as you can see, Fire Clown, it does seem to be that Hunter Prey is sticking me behind the enemy and looking at them as well. Whereas, like you say before, it wouldn't do that all the time. And if you want to open that, it's fine. And then we'll kill this. Oh, maybe not. Now that one was a bit awkward, it was aiming above the head, but wasn't too bad, I don't think. Probably the most difficult part of that gun as well, this section anyway. Ah, bugger. Forgot to check my ammo there.
There's a passage leading below the meteorite. Yep. Thanks for the monitor. These found themselves a pod. I'm gonna ask if they're willing to give it back.
Oh, it's going well so far. fiddling sake. Oh god.
Going?
Oh, hello. Someone's in. Is this Ali G in the house?
I wish I was that popular.
Hey, we're above 1,200 subs now. We are that popular.
So what have I missed?
Every shot you never took.
Okay. So, I mean, more specifically, what are you currently doing like?
Currently playing Outriders.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Streaming to Babylon. Well, Babylon are streaming to the audience, actually.
And how's it currently going?
It's going quite well. We're just in a nice, was it about 8 minutes Stargrave, I think?
Tahiti. I
Yeah.
found a pod down here.
8:46.
guarded by monsters.
Not too bad.
I
Not
secured
too
it.
bad. Let's see what we
Plenty of
got for
rock
you.
samples
Outrider
from the
Top
place.
detected.
Perfect.
Access granted.
Hopefully.
You got some space?
There is room for one more.
The
If
monsters
you can
are
hop in.
interested in the pod.
I can definitely do it.
You did miss the 94 point something K death shield.
Ooh,
In fact, I can tell you what it is.
That's a good
94.8k.
roll. That was a good roll.
We've got a
I
79.
assume that was better than what you had.
It was 89, I think it was.
Okay.
Thereabouts. Trespassers booty hose.
Alright, let's space up. Let's have a lot of fun.
Robe of Borealis Monarch. Molten Idola, and I didn't see what your third item was there actually, but I'm going to assume something good. Just going to assume that. Oh, use after the robe. Nice, nice. If you want to stick in, we don't have anyone else in the queue at the moment, so if you stick in, we'll do another one, or at least another one, maybe two.
Is that me or you?
Me. All of us.
So what success stories have you had today, this evening then?
What success stories? Well, I died about 4 or 5 times.
Okay. That's not quite what I was going for, but okay.
What is successfully dying?
Was that what you were aiming for, or?
No, just successfully. I died.
Oh, right. So where are all the regulars? Where's the chat gone?
So, Pixel's working.
Okay.
I think Robbie is watching.
Good times.
But can't join us because he's on Xbox.
I think what? There's
They've
You can't actually join
still
because they're
not
on different
updated. Yeah,
patches.
so you're on different
ouch.
patches, like you say, so you can't actually do it yet.
God, that sucks.
Let's use Amber Vault with Embalmer's Rage. What's Embalmer's Rage again?
Embalmers is the one where you get a kill and it's just constant crits.
Ah, the crits, yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I do like that one, to be fair. I was debating switching out Dark Sacrifice for that, but I don't think it would really be worth it. Although 139% crit, if you're doing constant crits, that would be half decent. It's 5 seconds, isn't it? And then you... Would the crits... You know what? Let's try something.
The crits are only worth it if your crit multiplier is higher than what you would have got on Dark Sacrifice.
A
So
Dark
if your crit
Sacrifice is
multiplies-
only 75%.
So if you're but if take the 100 out of it, because you 100 basically means your current damage. So anything that's above 100, if it's less than 75%, it's not worth using Embalmer's Rage
Are
to
you sure?
replace
I
Dark
would have
Sacrifice.
thought 100% crit multiplier would be 100% more than...
100%, because otherwise we would see some crit multipliers less than 100.
So you're saying you have to have 175%
Or higher
or higher
for it to be worth it.
Is there anything that's 175?
Yes. So
Rock's
most of
Graze
the
is 250. Okay.
is 250. Yeah. So any of like the single shot precision kind of rifles have higher. All the sniper rifles have higher. I think you can get some of the bursts to be higher. I'm not too sure on that. But essentially, the Embalmer's Race just makes it a bit more easier. And if you've got things that are in your class tree, like Technomancers have the 15% additional critical shot or critical damage in their class tree, and you'd have trouble with just hitting crits in general, then it actually helps and it will actually make up for the difference that you're kind of missing out on, for example. Fatal Symbiont has 150%, so that's not terrible.
Right, here we got. So we've still got Pop-Tarts, great. And we'll jump into a front line. What are you playing, Chris?
22, no man. I'm currently going for a Scrapnel. I really want to try this out now. I was able to do it on stream the other time, so I feel like I can still get
Just
this
hit
to work.
22 mil Moaning Winds. That's not bad at all. Like I say, I think my highest might be 15k, maybe. We've nearly had we've had our first video hit over 2k in a day, Chris.
Ooh.
We're nearly
Is that
at
your
3k.
Wow, really?
We're at 226. Say nearly 266.
Nice.
1. So we're 339. No, yeah, 339 away from 3k, and at the rate that it's going at, I think we could hit that potentially before bedtime. More likely before we wake up in the morning. How's it going, Daniel?
Wow.
Welcome to the stream. We've
There
had
we
a
go.
couple of subs on stream as well. We've had Ms. Duchess, but that was I think from a comment on your video from what I can see, and then we've had James Hooper as well. He's not said anything, so I assume that might be from a video as well.
Fair enough.
But it's nice.
Well,
to
you
see
know,
that we
more
get
the
a
merrier.
few more, yeah.
You're in the mood to dish out some death
Your
and
controversial video
dismemberment
is at
outline.
499 at the moment.
We got more insurgents
That's not terrible,
coming.
considering it's been out for, what, 4 hours now?
Say you
Typical
help
is
me out
80 to
once
500,
more,
so you're
like
one
in
off the highest
good old
typical.
days.
Oh, you're actually working. There would be a problem as well, Daniel. If you're on Xbox, I don't know, I assume you're console. If you're on Xbox, you won't be able to join anyway because they haven't updated the Xbox just yet.
You want me to raise your soldier morale? There's no one left.
Now you know the clusterfuck I'm dealing with.
Can't see a thing.
Oh, that one. This guy. I mean, this guy to save my life.
What's going on? I can't see.
Got these explosions going. Oh, those shrapnel's hitting for 900.
It sounds like shrapnel might be a legit.
Oh. Yeah, but it's broke my aim now.
Broke your aim. Oh,
there we go.
Slightly askew.
There we go. I couldn't twist. Yeah, this has been a very positive update from what I can see. It's
yeah, I think I remember you saying that you're on PlayStation actually before.
If only we can convince him to do something about Tools of Destruction having a shorter cooldown.
Something about what, sorry?
Tools of Destruction having a shorter cooldown.
You never know. Could be the next update.
Be nice.
So I think we do know that there are updates going on. To certain part of Precipitation mentioned that there are talks of updates in the Quest Discord. Am I right? So we know that there is definitely things in the works. Good. I do hope, I know a lot of the community is saying that they don't want any more expeditions, they want something that's not just a time trial.
I think they should do.
I can see where they're coming from.
That can easily fix.
I wouldn't mind extra expeditions, to be honest, but at the minute we're stuck with like 4 because all the other ones just aren't that great for time and whatnot. But I'd like to see something different as well as...
Artillery support incoming!
Wait, I'm sure we've done this in 4 minutes 15 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you say the world record was 4 minutes?
Like 3
15
minutes.
or something?
Something that way.
We've taken that long just to
Coast
do the
looks
first
clear.
section.
I did tell you.
What the? That's one of our pods. And naturally it's landed on the insurgent side. Can't let him have it.
You're getting some kind of weird little lag where it just teleports me there. I don't know if that's just because I'm connected to you or something.
I mean, the cloud dance was the broken game, dead game. But I think it could just be, let's say, you haven't got the fastest of internets, have you, Chris?
No, not really. Oh god, it's just an
So I think there's 3 minutes something or other, I think Chris said earlier. That was 3 technos. So 3 players, 3 technos, 3 minutes.
It wouldn't have been running an anomaly like this though.
It'll break more than they fix the game, then it'll be a stable state.
It will be in a stable state. I'm
So,
sure it will be.
I can't think of anything that's broken currently other than I know Stadia is still to be sorted out, but
Well,
As I saw
apparently Google
someone
have given
comment
up, so-
earlier, yeah, Google has given up on Stadia, so really, why would other companies spend the time on it?
What a waste of your last word.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I'm going to say, so I think, what I've got, ammo something or other. It's
Ammo
pretty good.
something or other.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called now. It's good on solo, I'd say, but I think I prefer my, and another one. Which gives me the, like, every time I shoot someone that's affected by time rift, it doesn't use the ammo. I think I prefer that in group matches.
Remember that freak I fought last
times.
time? The one who nearly buried
Let's see what
me
we've got you then,
alive?
Pop-Tarts. Hopefully we've got you a 99.4k death shield,
Not this time.
99.4k
And the pod's ours.
Animois,
Great! Then
and everything else we need. Got Boots of the Borealis, and he got a cannonball. I've got an 85k Golem's limb, but I can't carry it, so let's get rid of Air to the Storm. Let's get rid of that. Never going to use that. I have 4 death shields on me at the moment. Let's get rid of one of them. Get rid of the migraine, it's bloody ugly. Get rid of absolute zero. Get rid of you. Now the problem isn't with the developers not being able to get it out to Xbox. It's the fact that they've got to go through a like a vetting process when they submit an update. Xbox have to look at the update first. Check that it's a valid update, and then they've got to approve it. So if it doesn't get approved, then they can't update the game. So it's not with the developers at that point. They've submitted the update, but they're waiting on Xbox to actually approve it and push it out. No, is Pop. We've not had anyone else ask to join yet, I don't think, Pop-Tart. So if you want to stay in for another, at least another round, go for it.
Yeah, we can. Well, if there's anyone that's in the chat that wants to take part, feel free to put !join. Get yourself in on the queue. Otherwise, we'll just keep going with Pop.
Pop goes the tart. Mozilla.
Do you want? Oh no! Oh my god!
I'm guessing the cat did something then, because I heard.
Yeah,
Oh
the cat
no!
just wants to jump on the table. Get up!
I'm yet to see my cat on the table. That'd be an interesting day when that happens.
There you go.
Right, let's swap out them boots. I think it was the boots, anywho. Yeah, so we've got ammo bargain on at the moment, but I think that's good for solo play. I thought it's tier 3, but I think and another one is probably better for group play. Have we still got Pop-Tart in the game? We have. We'll do a chem plant. Absolute Zero really good with the Borealis set? I can imagine that is the case, to be fair.
It is for a full auto. The only time I would say it isn't is if you're running like full on double cryo turret and cold snap, because then you've got more than enough freeze. So then you can actually free up that primary slot. It's still not a bad choice, but there's potentially get away with other things then.
I think I do need to try, because I've not even tried it yet. The Rarog's Graze. Rarog's Graze? Rarog's Gaze.
Rog's gaze, yeah.
For the Techno. Yeah, I'm missing the helmet as well, to be fair, Pop Tart, so if you get it, I'm actually going to be a bit upset. Yeah. But at the same time, I'll be happy for you.
Yeah, ever since they've announced that anomaly enhancement is now gone up from 30 to 40%. The Rarog's Gaze should actually be, especially on the Instagib build that I made, should actually be even more deadly. So it's going to be... What do you want?
Are you asking the community or the cat?
I'm asking the cat. Because my hand is basically where his claw is. Just consistently just digging his claws into when I'm using the mouse.
That's a cat for you.
There's a cat for me.
It's a mobile razor holder.
A razor what?
Holder.
Holder.
Honestly, I'm not sure. So we haven't got it. Well, I do have Xbox. I haven't got this on Xbox myself. And they're always going to be different patch numbers, I believe. I can double check to see what we do have, see if it is similar, but I don't think it will be.
That's much better.
Pardon me.
I was just staring at my mic. Just wondering what the hell's going on.
He's frozen in the air. I was wondering where they were. I was like, there's usually a captain dropping down.
If you haven't realised, that's how freeze works then.
Ah, yeah.
Gravity just disappeared. Help you check.
To be fair, nice shot on that guy then.
What, me?
Yeah.
Oh well. I've been practicing my rocket launcher.
Patch numbers are the same across the board. I'll double check what we've got on this one when I can. If I'm being honest, I never take much notice of them.
How you doing?
Sorry, fix it. Run out of ammo, and then as long as I got both my skills, I can stop it from reloading and then get the ammo back.
Well, that is making this way much more difficult than it actually should be.
CT-16. CT-16.
Just play with a cat on the desk. Just put that in there.
Damn it. More of them.
Will you stop it?
No.
That's it. I'm budging over the desk. There's plenty of space for us. I'm budging over the desk.
Not the way you should do this room, but
I think we've got time for this.
All I'm missing is some elevator music.
So what are people's plans for the weekend? Has anyone got anything interesting going on?
oh, I've got a 1920 party to get to.
Whatever that thing is, that switch should disable.
Funny thing is, it's 2021. Aha!
I think you're a bit late.
I know, right?
Whoa. Work like a
101 years late. Oh, typical.
Damn COVID.
I say we were only going to be 100 years late, weren't we? But then, COVID.
It just makes it worse, you know. Why do I... Oh, has he got Quartermaster on?
I'm not sure.
I've just got all 11 rockets there.
Unfortunately, it's not our party. It's just a party we're both conveniently invited to. Oh my god, will you stop eating me? My cat. No, not really. Behemoth. Speaking of my cat, I should probably go to check his inside, because he's outside. Or it was outside last time I know. I'm sure there'll be plenty of Captain Boulder Dash impersonators at the party as well.
Of course.
One thing I did want to do is get a cigar.
You don't smoke.
I've smoked more than you have.
Prove it.
How many have you smoked, Chris?
I've had enough second-hand smoke to actually be like a smoker 2 times over.
No, but how many have you physically smoked? As in how many
Some say that second-hand smoking is worse than first-hand smoking.
Yeah, but how many cigarettes have you personally, forget second-hand, how much have you personally first-hand smoked?
I've tried the vape ones. Is that okay?
No.
No. In that case, no.
1.5. That's confidence, even though I knew it was only 1.5. Even if you said 1, oh, I had it half on you.
God damn it. I feel like there's a story beyond the half.
Oh, just, you know, the shed.
Oh, you know.
When you're 16. If there's only one, dear boy. There's only one Captain Bolnash, dear boy.
About those energy spikes? The
Might be we just
insurgents
want to
had
be
a
30.
functioning power cell down here.
What did you
Captain
do with it?
Bolnash.
It's disabled.
At your
I'll see if
service.
Zahidi can take a look at it. And I found a pod down here.
Outrider
Stay
detected.
alive today, Outrider.
Access granted.
I would expect nothing.
I just realised tomorrow is the
Oh, crap.
end of the
Migraine?
costume,
Delete
or the
that.
fashion.
You're not blessing.
Right.
Delete that.
Grim Inventor's Code.
A 69.9k. Surgery's beret. Delete. You know, I
Potential
deleted all of
downfall
them.
code. And a cannonball.
Oh, I never added the other cannonball earlier.
Well, I'm glad I reminded you.
That's 2 cannonballs to add then. Oh, we're 1 away from the fabled number.
What's that?
69.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, 1207 subsidy. Not bad.
That's pretty good.
We need to post more controversial videos more often.
Like I said, it wasn't to do with starting beef or calling anyone else anything. You know, it's nothing to do with that. It's the fact that there's too much negativity going around at the moment for Outriders. You know,
Yeah, it's not
there
just
needs
one
to be
person,
some
it
kind of
is-
balance.
It is a group,
know.
as in like, I say
Yeah.
group, it's a...
It just needs some kind of balance.
Almost as
You
a
know,
whole,
there should
yeah.
be someone, you know, promoting some kind of positivity to bring the community together. And you know, I haven't seen anyone doing that. So you know, if no one else is going to do it, then we're going to step up to the plate and we're going to do it.
Stick around if you want popped out. Again, we've not had any... Actually, no, I should probably check before I say that. We've not had anyone in the queue, so... Stick with us if you want,
he's
if,
left.
if you're free. Oh,
You upset him.
that's fair. I upset a lot of people. Mostly in my jobs.
I wonder why.
It's because I'm smarter than them.
No. That'll be the day.
Oh, actually, we need to see what... I think we can only see what version we're on when we boot the game up, can't we? He still loves me. Thank you very much, Pop Tarts. At least one person in this world does. I know Chris doesn't.
Someone has to. Yeah, I refuse.
It's alright. Let me.
He's taken enough love from me for a lifetime.
Just gonna reboot the game and just see what we're actually on.
Oh, there was some boots I wanted.
You never said.
I literally just hovered over them as it
And
started
he was like-
fading, and I went,
He's
"It's
like,
what I
they're the
need."
ones. Well, the grind continues.
Unless it's still there. Oh, it might still be there. Yeah, it is. Alright, let's
Okay,
give
I was
this a
going
go.
to say, I do feel like you've done that to me before, and they were still there. Let's see, Outriders, properties, local files, DLC, updates.
Yeah.
So the build ID that we have is actually 7174489,
Oof.
but that might not be the same as the patch. So let's boot the game back up and have a look. We're at 2767 for the video as well, Chris, so
Oh.
not quite on track, I think, for a 3K a day, but would do 3k in a day still.
Still pretty good. Curious what the ongoing issues are. So
Bottom right corner. You're right, Crusader. Yeah, so far it's been alright. Matt, we are on 1.12.00. Well, 0.0. You said you saw it as 1100 last time, so I'm guessing that's 1 point. It is a point, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm guessing the Xbox then is yet to update. If it is across the board the same. Which, like you say, it does make sense for it to be actually. But as it stands, I think you are a version behind. As for the gameplay, I think I've not had any problems. You had any problems connected to me, Chris?
no, everything seems pretty.
You said
sound
you felt like you jumped back a little bit in the first game.
Yeah, it was. I think it was more. So depending on like if I run very close to like an edge, it will run past and then it will actually bring me all the way back as if to say that I hadn't run past it.
Okay.
So it's nothing major. It's nothing. I can just put it down to a little bit of server lag. That's about it. But yeah, thanks, Crusader. I mean, like I said, it's I'm probably gonna have to repeat it several times. So, but the video wasn't done in a way to try and upset any particular YouTubers. It wasn't done in a way to throw any kind of shade or anything like that. It was purely just to counteract the fact that we've got so much negativity at the moment that I just wanted a different perspective to show that it doesn't need to be like that. That we actually do have a say in it, we do have a voice, and we are trying to actually make the game, we're trying to make it work. As we're doing our part as the player base, and the developers are doing their part as obviously, making the game what it is. So, if anything, we should be encouraging them rather than just, putting them down. And that was essentially the point behind it all. Oh, you joined me.
Yeah, I figured why not.
The fact that you've joined me kind of makes me want to put the Instagib build together.
I've only got a few minutes, really. Probably time for another.
In that case, no, we won't do that.
I'll
do that
I do have to be in the office tomorrow, so that means getting up even earlier than normal.
Ouch.
Dark Red wants to know if you can help us helping people. I mean, as it stands, I'm going to say no, not right now. But are you off tomorrow, Chris?
I'm off tomorrow. So I will probably be doing a little bit of fun with the Discord in a little bit, just because I've got a little bit of extra time. So if you're keen on being able to help people, we do actually have a Discord. So feel free to follow the link that I can probably ask Dan to press the button on now.
Doing that one.
Probably. I don't know. Did you press the button?
I pressed it before you asked.
In that case, so yeah, get yourself over to that link. We do actually have a looking for group section that's over there. We do have a bunch of people that need a little bit of help when it comes to like carriers with new characters or are fairly new players themselves and they just want to be able to get to level 50. And there's stuff that we do for the community as well. So that's probably the best place to go. I would highly recommend that you get yourself over there because the stream's probably going to be ending anytime soon, probably after one more run or two. But feel free to tag people in there and just say, is anyone looking for any kind of assistance? And pretty much everyone we've got in the Discord is pretty sound at the moment. So, you might find a couple of people that are up for that. Let's do a boom 10.
So we've got people who are ready to help and people who are ready for help as well. So it's always welcome.
I haven't tried the triple turret build just yet, Crusader. It's on my to-do list. There's a lot that's currently going on with this patch. There's a lot to revisit. This is actually kind of great news for us because with the fact so much has been changed, the fact so much has been buffed, the fact that there's so much to it, I genuinely feel like for example, I'm currently looking at the patch notes, and I'm starting to think that Seismic might not be the best build for a Devastator anymore. It's stuff that I've got to test, but that's my preliminary thoughts. And it's little things like that. It allows us to revisit, be able to make a little bit more content, and just be able to keep all of you guys kind of interested in us at the moment. Matt, to be fair to you, we were day one players.
Yeah, we've been playing. Well, we were. What's it called? Demo. I honestly thought the word.
Yeah, we played the demo, but the demo didn't have the multiplayer issues, if I remember right. So it was as soon as the full game came out, and everyone just kind of suffered a little bit. So we didn't really necessarily have that issue, or as bad as everyone was saying. The lag was definitely there, but it wasn't as we didn't have. We were kind of lucky, I suppose, in that sense. We didn't have it anywhere near as bad.
There were times, to be fair.
There were times. Oh yeah, there definitely were
horrible.
times. But maybe that's just us. Maybe we just got lucky.
We definitely had times where we couldn't log into the game as well.
Yeah, there definitely were. So it's not a case that I don't see it from a day one perspective, because I've been there. Well, we've all been there. Or as part of Babylon. We made sure it was downloaded ready for the start of the day.
I feel like we had
to get onto it until 5 o'clock.
we had about 40 odd hours in the game within the first week or first 3 days. Yeah. To be fair, I'm a bit disappointed that we're only on 200 and something hours now, if I'm being honest. The fact that we did 40 in like 3 days.
So, it's not lost on us. That's basically what we're saying.
Well, hang on, add as well. We booked the day off for it.
Yeah, we did, and then we found out it didn't go live until the evening, so it was a waste of a day. Just typical. Hey ho.
That's new. If I run out of ammo and haven't got my teleport back to get the ammo back, I just keep spamming it. It won't reload my gun, and therefore I can get the ammo back once it's once I get my. Oh, even Ben had 40 when he was when he first played it. He's on 41 now, apparently.
Yeah. We refused to play without each other, didn't we? So.
I do feel like you might be
What the hell is
cursing
that
this here though,
noise?
because there is a bit of lag now, but I think that might be just your internet as well.
It's like I've wandered into some maniac's
I don't think he's
idea
even
of a
slightly
farm.
joking. I don't think there's any joke in
Would
it
you look at
whatsoever.
that? There's a pod who
Well, I'd say we've still got a fair amount of hours played. We play it almost every day, if I'm being honest. I mean, what do we play more than this?
I think you've got to realise that the content creators that are ambassadors currently they do this for a full-time job. We don't have that luxury right now. It's not something we can just do. We can't up and leave our jobs or anything like that. So, you know, of course we're not going to have the same amount of time that DPJ or Cloudplays might have, for example, you know, but people that can actually do this respectfully as a job, you know, it's... But in the same respect, you know, we've still played this more than enough to be able to see the community, to be able to understand what this game needs, what, I don't know, it's just, you know, just the general issues, complaints, the community as a whole. You know, we've been through all of that from day one, and we've got the hours under our belts to be able to say that as well, as much as we can from working full-time jobs as well as doing the content creation. So,
Where'd these bandits come from anyway?
I get it. We don't have the most hours under our belts, you know, that's understandable, but in the same respect, we do have more than enough to be able to comment on the current situation, I think.
Ben's in more guns in Photoshop than he has in the game itself.
Okay.
I mean, the best person to probably ask about this would be Danelius.
Oh, Janice has got way more than me.
He's got around about 1,200 hours, 1,400 hours, I think, in game. How much of that is AFK, we don't know, but he's probably easily got 1,000 hours of actually playing the game. We've seen him online quite often. You see him join, etc. He does seem to be fairly active whilst he's doing it. I've not heard him complain once, if I'm being honest. But then you could say, for example, Cyberpunk 2077. I played that. When was it? I said, was it on the weekend? Was it? I think I messaged you.
Something like that, yeah.
And I said, "Oh, just experienced my first bug in Cyberpunk." Now I've played it for around about 25, 26 hours. Not much really. I mean, it's probably a 60 to 100 hour game, if I'm being honest. But I experienced my first bug in that game. A game which everyone's saying is the buggiest game to ever be released. Now, I think it depends on where you're sitting. If you are a PS4 user, then it is the buggiest game you've ever played and you want a refund. If you're a PC user, it's a beautiful looking game, probably the best looking game you can buy right now. And the bugs come once every 26 hours, which was because I fell through the map, basically.
Yeah, in your experience.
I was exploring on top of a rooftop and found a hole in the rooftop that put me into the floor. And it just respawned me back into the game, to be fair. So I wouldn't say game breaking. But that's just my experience. You could then get, let's say Chris got the game, he could start the game up and instantly get stuck in the world and never be able to get anywhere on it. But that could literally just be one in a billion people one in a million people that buy the game and get stuck at that point. It's just something that happens, isn't it? And whoever shouts the loudest is the one that gets heard.
Exactly, and that's the same situation as we're currently going through right now, where there's some people, you know, big names in YouTube, we're getting a lot of, you know, shouting going on, saying this is what's wrong with the game, and no one is speaking up for it, saying, well, you know, this is what the game, you know, can offer, this is what the game should be, and it shouldn't be like that, you know, this is a game that we all enjoy, and this is a game that, you know, we've all paid good money to be able to play, and we clearly want this to work because we're still playing it now. So why should it be a case of, oh well, that person's hated on it, so therefore I must hate on it, kind of thing? It shouldn't be that kind of mentality.
I do think as well the problem is you always get try and word this wrong. Fangirls, let's go with that. So, someone that you enjoy watching say one thing, and because you fangirl over them, you're going to agree with them, aren't you? I'm probably the same with
The
certain
influence
YouTubers
effect,
or
that's what
influencers.
they're-
Yeah,
that's what
probably
they're there for.
probably watch them. And well, I guess the names says it all. They influence your decision as well, or your ideals. So there's always going to be something that's probably normally you wouldn't agree with, but because they've said it, that's the right thing. We need to sort Pixel out apparently. You happy to jump on with Pixel after this, Chris?
I definitely can do. Yeah, like I say, I'll be in the Discord, so if anyone needs anything, head themselves over there, and I can do it, because Daniel needs his beauty sleep.
I do, to be fair.
Even though he won't be asleep for another hour.
It's not entirely my fault, that's partially the cats as well. I guess every stream is in bed.
Yeah, the new patch is pretty awesome. Not to rub it in the faces of Xbox players by the sounds of things, but yeah, it is pretty...
Burn.
I am...
This
I'm
must be
loving
the
this new scrapbook
Colosseum.
change. It's so small.
What is it? You
But
got
it just really-
increase
gotta
from
calm down.
0.45 to 0.6, was it? With the AP power? And then you got the
No, it
cooldown.
didn't get any... No.
I did not get that.
It didn't get any
I mean, I did the video earlier and I can't even remember.
It didn't get any boost, it just got a cooldown. So it just gets spammed even more, which is brilliant. It didn't need a power adjustment, it just needed just the ability to be able to chip more out.
Oh, that's good.
Why have more damage when I can just chuck more?
I will teleport behind it.
Really?
No, I think I broke my game. Hang on. This is not
I'm
good
just
for the...
Okay, he's dead. There's more enemies here. It's not our fault, Robbie. You chose an inferior console.
Now.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the PlayStation side of me talking.
See, I personally am both PlayStation and Xbox user. I wouldn't say either's better ones. They've all got their advantages and their disadvantages. Xbox being that they're getting the Outriders update late.
Low blow, man.
But again, that's nothing to do with Outriders or People Can Fly. Like I said, the only thing they probably could have done to make that better would be to release the patch to Xbox earlier, but that would mean getting it complete earlier, which would probably mean rushing it, which would mean that it's not up to scratch. So,
Ooh.
ooh, cheers, Pixel. Patch worked for me on
Thanks so
Xbox.
much.
Now got an 8 always,
Who the
so he's
hell
got the
are
patch now.
you?
8 seconds
so maybe-
Ash Blast.
Ooh. That's gonna be deadly in this case.
Now they think I'm falling
I'd
for
like
the
to see what you do
painfully
now with
obvious
your
trap.
your
What a
DPS or
bunch of clowns.
just the damage in general, to be honest. I am but a simple man and have not mastered the pyro like Pixel has. I do a
I just-
fairly good
I
job,
just-
but
He just talks about it and I'll just go, oh, that sounds good.
These creatures. That feral maniac capture them for sport?
Yeah, I think there comes a time where you just kind of admit that, you know, there's only so much the game developers can do, and this patch is a perfect one to talk about in that sense. Because, what they're supposed to do about that? You know, it's clearly worked on other platforms, so...
like I say, it's all about the vetting process, isn't it? So PlayStation might be that they haven't had as many updates for games come through today, so they were able to approve it a lot quicker. Or it could just be that Xbox take a long time in general.
Could be both, I guess.
I mean, I know with Xbox, I'm not too sure on I think PlayStation's actually fairly quick with its system updates. You download the update, you install it, you're done. Xbox, you have to download the update, and I think it verifies the update almost by, I think it pretty much re-downloads the update. So if you got a 10 gig update, I think you pretty much have to download it twice, because it then verifies it's the same as what's on their servers before it then installs it. So they might just be taking extra time with that as well to verify that it doesn't actually mess with any system files in any way. Not saying people can fly with develop something that does that, but I'm sure there's someone out there that
I'm sure there's plenty of...
would like to mess with the core code of the Xbox, find an exploit at Xbox exploits.
Oh, I get it.
It'd be nice to actually speak to
Not a
someone at
bad
Xbox
shot.
one day,
Maybe
maybe.
he'll finally shut
the
up
future.
now. The pod
Yeah,
is
just see what
ours.
their process is for vetting the updates, and if we were to submit something to PlayStation and Xbox, who would get it done first and why? I mean, it seems what there'd be PlayStation, but why?
Outrider detected. Access granted.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Machine Zero. And that's the main reason why we did the video for today, because, you know, it shouldn't be like that. You know, they don't deserve the hate, they don't deserve the flack that's coming their way. You know, okay, maybe you could make an argument to say so they deserve some, because of how the game has been handled, but they definitely don't deserve all that's coming their way. So, you know...
People are...
well, they're selfish, you know.
No, so you're entitled to complain. But there comes a point where you are just trying to scream
You're
louder
harassing.
than the person next to you as well.
You know, there's freedom of speech, and then there's just taking it to that level where I just don't condone it. Some games it's fine. Sometimes if something's dramatically wrong, then I get it. But if it's, you know, I would go on record to say that this game isn't dramatically wrong. There's nothing dramatically bad about this game. You know, there's a few things that could do with fixing, don't get me wrong, you know, that's like most games. But, you know, there's nothing that's so completely game-bustingly bad, you know. I mean, that's just my opinion, you know. I'm sure others have their own opinions on that as well. But...
No Man's Sky had so much more hype as well than Outriders. Outriders was, I would say it's quite under the radar. It's not something that I knew about, really, until you mentioned it anyway. I remember you saying, oh, there's a game coming out in, I think it was like a month's time, so I only had a month's notice to really get excited about it. Whereas No Man's Sky had so much hype over time, and they've made so many promises as well. They said it would do this, it would do that. You'll see these, you'll see them. You'll be able to, I'm sure they mentioned co-op or multiplayer in it. And although in ways they did deliver. So, for example, the multiplayer aspect. With that, they kind of said, well, yeah, it has got multiplayer. Look, you can go to this planet and you can see that this person's claimed it. You can't see the person or interact with the person, but you can see that this person's claimed it. So that's sort of how they got around that. Whereas at least with Outriders, they've not done anything like that. They haven't claimed that this game is a multiplayer game and then gone and said, well, look, because you can see each other's times when you complete the expedition. They have delivered in that sense. They've said it's a multiplayer game and allowed you to join with friends and do everything you need to do. Yes, it's been a bit buggy for people, but as a whole, they've delivered, and any bugs that they have found, they have gone on to at least attempt to fix. There is a list of bugs that still haven't been fixed, but it's things that if you look on their Reddits, they have said, like, we're aware of this and we are looking into this. So I think they are working very hard, to be fair, to get the bugs fixed. Next big update for Watch Dogs Legion. I haven't played that in a while. I should probably re-download it on this PC. It didn't run amazingly on the old CPU, so I might re-download it again.
To grab that. I really wanted to grab that.
I got invited to join the. I assume I'm no longer under NDA. To join the multiplayer. I agreed to do it and then completely forgot to join it. So no idea how that worked. But yeah, I'd like to get back to it and give it a go. If the multiplayer is like co-op, that could be interesting for us to do together. If it's PvP, again, you might be able to have a bit of fun with that. Sea of Thieves is still pretty unplayable. It's been almost a year. I mean, Sea of Thieves has been out for 2 or 3, I think. Again, they're putting lots of content in it, all free content as well, isn't it? So I'm still waiting on fighting the Daddy Longlegs. They promised that.
Yeah, the big.
That, yeah.
You know that, yeah. If they turn around and they make the DLC or endgame content to then have one of those in, and you actually get to fight it, oh, I tell you that would probably draw some people in.
We've seen Ben's message. As an elderly gamer,
Elderly? Oh, and the rest.
Played since the ZX Spectrum days, I can confirm that this game is in a reasonable state, ignoring the initial issues that any ambitious game seems to have these days. Still no update. Have you tried SC? SC? Snapchat?
Space Commander. StarCraft.
I was thinking StarCraft initially, and then I was like, hang on, no, it won't be that. Switching console. What, to PC?
Wasn't obvious.
I'm gonna do that now. Just type in abbreviations.
Yeah, you've got to give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt here, Matt, because you know they did outright come out and say at the start when everyone asked, "Is it going to be a live service game?" And they said no. It is a tongue twister. And they said they did outright say no. The game got released. It ended up having a lot of hype around it. It had a lot of players on day one.
125,000 people, wasn't it, tried to connect on day one?
They weren't expecting that, and I don't see how they could have expected that, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, the demo was a good inclination, but the full game release, you know, that's a lot of people, and that was just on Steam, let alone the fact that it was free on Game Pass. So I can understand why they had the server issues that they did, but they've completely changed their model just because of the actual drive of the community for it. You know, these things are set in motion like 1 to 2 years down the line. You know, you look at Call of Duty. Call of Duty is on a 3-year cycle with different developers. You know, they know what they're set out to do from 3 years before the game even releases, and we're asking people can fly to change their minds just like that on the fly, and within 4 months start to get impatient that they haven't released anything new. You know, we've got to understand that we've got to wait for that kind of thing. You know, it doesn't just materialize. It doesn't just pop out of thin air. You know, they've got whole processes to go through. So you know, we've got to be patient. You know, we clearly enjoy the game. We clearly enjoy what it does. Clearly enjoy what it is. You know, we just got to hold our nerve a little bit longer, and I'm sure they will deliver something that's really good. Because if the story is anything to go off, and the gameplay itself, you know, don't take away the multiplayer issues. You know, when you play solo, you have nothing wrong. So, well, not necessarily nothing, but pretty much like 90% of the issues are gone. But you look at the story, you look at the solo play, and then what they actually did make was beautiful. It's a piece of art. This game, in some places, some of the visuals on this is amazing. So if they can take what they captured there and they can make it a DLC and not break anything at the same time, then you know I genuinely do think it will be amazing what they bring out. I do hope so. Anyway, I don't like to be wrong on things.
And if he is wrong, he'll never back down and say still right. But I think that's it from me anyway. So songs will still be on. So let me just pop in there.
Yeah, just head yourself over to the Discord. I'll still be around just to have a bit of fun. I'll just message someone. Just might try a couple of different builds. Try out a little bit of the new patch notes. But if anyone's actually needing any kind of carries or needs anything specific running through, like part of the story or anything like that, yeah, just head on over to the Discord and just reply when I drop a message in there.
Yeah, I think I'll say so. Machine Zero said he's got his money's worth. The way I see it,
We've definitely got.
So, for example, I bought F1 2021 the other day. I looked at it. I think it was 45 quid or something. Where is it now? So I looked at it and went, right. Value for money for me would be as if I play this for a minimum of 45 hours. Therefore, I've spent £1 per hour played. I thought, will I actually do that? Went through in my head and thought, well, each race can be, let's call it an hour per race. It's usually a bit more than that, I think, but an hour per race. Well, it's like 70 laps, isn't it?
Bloody hell.
Or 50-yard laps at a minute and something per lap. So an hour per race. All I need to do is do one season, which is, let's call it, I can't remember off the top of my head now, let's call it 18 races. That's 18 hours of racing. All I need to do is that 3 times, and I got my money's worth. Now, the way I see it is do that within a year before the next one comes out, say, and if I consider buying the next one, if I've only played like 20 hours, I think, you know what, £2 an hour like that, is it worth it? Not sure. If I do £1 an hour, I'm happy with that. With this game, I think I'm on, what, like 25p or something per hour at the minute. Considering I'm going to get myself a coffee tomorrow morning at work from the vending machine, that's 20p for coffee. It's at the cost of a coffee per hour. It's not bad, really. And then some, how you say. As I'm now 30, I can now complain as well and say, yeah, younger generation, whoa, they don't know how easy they've got it. Back in my day, when we had 56k internet, and that noise as you try to boot in, doo-doo, 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 yeah,
careful now, showing your age.
Not everyone is like that, I suppose. Not every young'un is like that.
No, definitely not.
3,000 hours on Division 2. Whoa.
Jesus.
What is my... I think Rocket League
That's some
is
dedication right there.
probably my most played game. So that's probably my... What did we pay for Rocket League back in the day? Was it 15 quid?
Something like that, yeah.
And I've got 1,300 hours, call it. Call it 1,500 hours just for ease. So that's what, a penny? No. 0.1 penny per hour? So no, it'd be a penny per hour, wouldn't it?
Division 2 is a great game.
Yeah, Division 2 was good.
Yeah, Division 2 is a great game. Yeah, it's just...
like Rainbow Six Siege, I mean, I think I got 800 hours in that in the first season, year, sorry. So definitely got my money was worth with the majority of the games that I bought. And I say Outriders no different. I think I've got the money's worth there. 2000 Destiny 1. Whew.
Video.
I mean, No Man's Sky. I got 49.1 hours in that at the moment. Just picked that up again, really. Again, that probably cost me 50 quid when it first came out, so that's just getting to its value, really. Cyberpunk, 23 hours. So at the minute, I think I've spent £2 an hour on that one. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, 200 hours. I'm pretty sure I bought that for 20 quid when it first came out. Value for money there again. I feel like we should have more hours in Counter-Strike than we do. I mean, Among Us, what was that, £5? Got nearly 30 hours.
Oh, really? Jesus.
Kerbal Space Program, 60 hours. Whew. But as I think value for money. We've all got it, really, with Outriders. Except for that very, very select few who still can't log on. That's very rare. Anyway, enough of babbling on.
Haha.
Bedtime. So, jump into the Discord. There's the link again.
Yeah, I'm just fixing up my build. But as soon as I've got it sorted, I'll.
Tag Songs of Rays and he'll get you in.
Only so many of you, though, please.
Right. As always, well, just once again to Pixel, thanks for the super chat. Much appreciated as always. Pretty sure I did read it out, didn't I? Oh yeah, because because it was the 8-second dash blast. Wow, that is ridiculous. As always, enjoy.
Keep yourself safe.
No, don't be safe. Enjoy. No, do be safe.
Okay.
And get the COVID jab.
God.
Oh, sorry, that's another controversial thing we probably shouldn't bring up.
Just one thing after another with you, isn't it?
Hey, you started it.
Did I?
The controversy? Yeah, controversy.
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 Ah, the
Yes.
controversy.
Sean Connery, 7. Right. Enjoy.